The Comedy Store would like you to know that the views and opinions expressed on this podcast are strictly those of the speakers or authors and do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by the Comedy Store and its affiliates.
Okay.
It's designed for the banks, like specifically.
Yeah. Got it. Okay.
I think if it doesn't go through there's a.
Okay, because Josh Adam Myers too. The other night he was like, "Hey, do you have Zelle?" And I was like, "No," and I felt bad. And I go, "Do you want me to download it?" Because I've heard of it. I just didn't know what.
I don't even think it's something. I think it just comes with the bank.
I think you're right. I think it's on my.
I think if you want to
Chase.
pay somebody, you need to have the Zelle. But
set up.
Yeah,
but do you have an app for your
get
bank?
it? You don't need it.
Yeah, you could do it all.
Yeah, you could do it.
That's how I did
There's
mine.
probably a Zelle button right on your app.
Definitely.
I'll go in there in a
little
bit.
What bank? Who do you go with?
Chase.
Oh, Teachers Credit Union.
I
can't get comfortable with this fucking microphone. I'm fucking.
Do these lights?
Hey guys.
Why don't you take the chair off?
Why won't it go down?
I don't know. It doesn't.
The chair is on the floor. Lift the chair up.
Oh,
I
yeah,
can't. You want me to get up? I got a leg injury.
Will get up.
God
no,
damn.
he's saying this thing, right?
Yeah, you gotta stand up for it to raise up.
Really?
Oh God, come on.
Yeah, I wish.
Oh, it went up a quarter of an inch.
Is this just blocking my whole face?
He can't.
Yeah.
He can't do squats right now.
Hey, look at this. The most natural. Hi guys. I'm just gonna yell from here. Oh, wait, are we really recording right now? Well, sorry, I didn't get into my podcasting position. Hi, everybody.
I was not going to
Dude.
miss the exhilarating Zelle talk.
Can you get
You son of a
Can
bitch.
you get those arms that you can, maneuver to your face?
Let me tell you something.
I'm a sloucher.
You're a co-host for me a couple times, and you complain every time, right? No, I'm just kidding.
Because I don't think this studio is set up properly.
I
This is how
agree.
you have to do it.
Like-
To rest it on my gut. This is what we're doing now.
So what should we get? Like mics?
I like to
this,
be-
Or you like the clip? And
Yeah,
come
do
down?
that.
This is
Yeah,
the Comedy
yeah.
Store. I'm lucky we have tables and microphones.
That's true. These
one thing
tables
at a
were-
time.
Look at your fucking microphone. It's got the arm and everything, you piece of shit.
Oh
Because
wow!
I need both
see
of
what's
my
going
hands.
on. I see what's
I
going
need both
on.
of my hands too. How am I, look at this. How am I going to unscrew the water?
He wants to type on the table.
No, if you guys do want that, the issue, because I'm not on camera, I can use this. The arms are so much worse because they block more of the screen.
No, you have them come down from below and then go up. All right, what are we talking here? Hey, I love what the
Guys.
Comedy Store podcast has devolved to. It's just
my co-host Ryan O'Neill, very excited. He's filling in for the great Rick Ingram.
Yeah, I hope this episode stays on the air because the last one I did was removed.
That's so wild.
And I know why.
Now I know
No.
why. Now I remember.
Because he said that he didn't like Chappelle.
Right. And I
Oh,
was
no,
going to say, Rick is on tour with Dave Chappelle
I
and
kept that
Chris
audio
Rock.
in there. I
Yeah.
do not care about that. I just didn't. We're already getting sued.
So we got in trouble. So we had to take some stuff down. The Comedy Store podcast is
You guys-
known for saying the wrong thing.
Yeah, but
constantly.
I would have thought you guys be a little more punk rock about it. And
Yeah.
just leave it all on the stage.
I'm with you, but apparently, but because also in the beginning, since we started this podcast, we've had a disclaimer. Are you okay?
I just can't. I can never get comfortable here. I can't do podcasts like this.
This is not positive energy. You have to be positive.
I've been gone for a long time. I just got back.
Yeah, I know.
You-
I, feel
I have-
like
I have
haven't
not-
seen you. I feel terrible.
Yeah, I have not been socialized back into society. So,
Look at Edgar. Look at Maddie.
dude, I tried to get mine off and it
Yeah.
won't. How do I? Oh,
I don't
Oh,
understand
yeah.
what's happening. What are we doing?
I don't know, but I will tell you this. Mine just got tighter.
Whoa!
My box got tighter.
Now we're talking.
Oh,
Hello.
look at
This
this.
is great.
That's all you need.
I spun the bottom. I just spin the bottom. Yeah.
This is now it's become a Comedy Store arts and crafts show, and we're gonna try to see
What
who
thing-
can
you said thing-
Matt looks like a
can I
monkey
do?
using
Look
tools for the first
This is
time.
getting bigger. Maddie, you got a big thing
Edge,
there.
just rip it out, Edge.
Why does mine get bigger?
You might be on extends.
Yeah, you got.
I think you got to twist this part off. This show is really just going
Oh, come
downhill.
on, man.
Can we
You
get
don't
back to the Zelle talk?
Yeah, let's bring the Zell talk back up. But here's the thing. Rick Ingram went on the road, and this is what's going on here. They
I know.
have just let this studio go to shit, I guess.
You invited me on, so I thought you had a topic. I was just chiming in every once in a while. Go, yeah.
Comedy Store. That's the topic. We
well-
talk Comedy Store stuff.
How many
Matt
episodes
Edgar.
can
Have you
you-
ever done with Matt Edgar?
Edge and I, yeah.
Hell
No,
yeah.
I mean on here.
Not here.
He's
No.
got some great stories. Comedy.
You act like I just met this guy. Edge and I spent time in the woods.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
had to
yeah.
hike
So
to
I
a
wanna
remote
know
We've
cabin.
been to different countries together.
Yeah, we have.
Exactly. So I want to know about your Brokeback Mountain trips. Why can't you tell?
If Edge had fucked me, I'd be famous right now, and we all know that.
Everybody knows that.
Edge has got the fucking golden
The
stick.
Edge. I said to him, I'm going to ask O'Neill and the Edge. And he was like, what? And then I kept saying Edgar, and he just nothing. He goes, oh, now I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, when you
Like,
saw me, like, oh yeah, that guy. You know what's funny? Skankfest. I was at Skankfest this year, and O'Neill
Whoa,
and
festival
O'Neill's
drop.
been calling me the Edge since he found out my last name is Edgar. So
Right.
like 15 years calling me the Edge. I always thought it was just a him thing, calling me whenever I had to see him. Like,
I
"Ooh,
guess
the,
so,
the
yeah.
Edge. I go to Skankfest, and it just. All these comedy fans, and it's like, oh, the Edge,
The
Edge,
Edge.
Edge. Like, who's the Edge? Like, I only know, like, from what you call me that, but I guess
Yeah.
we talk about it on the podcast.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
well, I always reference. I was like, yeah, I was with the
I
Edge
think
up
I
in the
said it
woods.
too.
I was with Edge in Calgary.
Well, they know exactly who I am. Get with it, John.
And they do. Skankfest is amazing because they do listen to every podcast.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
knew everything about walking down in Houston, walking down the street. Like people were running across the street just to get a picture with Adam Egget.
Yeah.
Now you know you're desperate.
They quiz you before you go into that. They're like, how many N-bombs were dropped in the past month on this particular podcast?
store
Yeah, the
podcast
store
or-
podcast.
Oh, yeah. They know.
I'm curious how many. I wonder if we've had any. I don't think we have. I think we have a lot of gentlemen on this podcast.
Are you sure? You don't have
Maybe Bobby
gentlemen,
Lee.
but-
He's tough.
Bobby Lee drops N-bombs?
I don't know if he drops N-bombs, but he does say a lot of inappropriate stuff constantly.
Yeah, no, I could see that.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think of
I've heard him
exactly
say a
what it
few
was, but
things.
we had him on a couple weeks ago, and he was we were like, Bobby, like just the worst things.
Yeah. Are you, like, conscious when he's saying something or when any guest is saying something that you're
That's
like,
amazing.
Oh, we're going to have to cut
That running up there, I don't know if that's a.
What's
that,
going
does that
on?
pick up on the show?
I hope so. I mean, it literally sounds like. I
Are
don't
they
know.
running it? Is
maybe
there a
Bob-
gym up
Is
there
that
now?
I think Bobby's on
doing-
stage right now.
That's Sebastian doing some act outs up there. Is that what that is?
Is someone deadlifting up there?
Either that or one of the waitresses just fell down those
She
steps.
probably just had a baby.
She's like, get the kid, and just bouncing down the steps.
Did you ever? How many
a baby at the
waitresses?
Comedy
Yeah,
Store?
did you ever? And throw it in the dumpster?
Yeah, 100%.
Did you?
Yeah, Juan Carlos is raising it.
That's why he has like
helpers.
14
Yeah,
kids.
it's like, this one's not mine. I go,
Wait, that sounds like Heart.
Heart doesn't say mine.
Oh no, not
Oh,
going to raise another
oh.
baby.
I have 3 kids already.
I'm already done.
Heart's my new bestie, man.
I see you guys are like going to football games.
Yeah, we went to the Rams game. a
Me and
couple
Hart's
times.
relationship has had a resurgence because we
Really?
fell off for a little bit.
What
Hey,
happened?
what'd you do?
You know what? I really don't know.
How do you
years
hurt
ago,
Hart?
years and years ago, we were always cool. And then like one day he came in, he found out that I hooked up with a waitress. I think he
Uh-oh.
Like,
Wait, did he lie?
long time ago. Long time
Blonde
ago.
one?
No, she doesn't work here anymore.
Okay.
But,
Yeah,
like, a
I know,
long
but I'm
time-
just trying to. His favorite is the blonde one.
Oh, I don't know which one.
This is from
But either way.
years ago.
Mm-hmm.
After that, he said something about it, like kind of like sly. I don't even remember what it
What'd he
was.
say?
Yeah.
It was something like
You eat her
"Oh,
pussy?
you think something just like you think you're cool or something like that.
That-
Oh, you no, you know what it was?
sensitive.
It was more like he was
That's
gassing
great.
me up, like ironically, like he was like, "Oh, look at the big man here, like, oh, you just breaking hearts or something."
Jeez. That's some Thai bullying right
I mean,
there.
and I
Oh.
thought, I mean, he was kidding, so I kind of laughed it off, but it had never been the same since. And years would go by, and I'm like trying to remember when the last time anything was normal, and like that was the last interaction we had.
Seriously?
Wow.
Yeah, but then like
What?
post pandemic, I think it's like I don't know.
This
I
is
guess
scaring me.
post pandemic, it's like we've been cool. It's like that never happened.
Yeah.
It's like
there might be a
lapse.
fight in the OR. I mean, I'm just saying.
Tarantino's sitting right above us. Literally, he might fall through.
Probably stomped.
So So now you and Hart are.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, we seem cool now. It's like
Okay.
I see him. What up, Hart? What up, Matt? And like
Hart is a bartender here, if nobody knows. But
Have you ever had him on this podcast?
No, we begged.
you gotta start
I
doing
begged.
that.
I begged.
Yeah.
I begged. They're afraid to do it.
Why?
We
'Cause
had
he knows all the
Richie-
secrets.
We had Rich a couple weeks ago.
oh, how'd that go?
Not great. I'm just kidding.
Let me. Was it
fine.
this?
And no, he got
Was it?
shy.
And then sounds of him cracking his back over and over again.
He got shy, this motherfucker. You believe it? He got shy, and Rick was like trying to bait him. I was trying to bait him. We were all telling stories.
He got shy. He just a week ago told us about going to a rest stop, and there was so much shit piled up on top of the toilet that he took a dump
By the
like on
way.
the outside of the building in front of like families,
I was on stage.
and he got shy down here.
Yeah, but that doesn't make you a good podcast.
That's true. Once he knows people are going to hear it, he panicked, I guess.
Yeah.
But so the other night I was on stage, and our favorite piano player,
Yes.
who told us that story. I was like, hey, give it up for the piano player. He almost had a heart attack. I said, this guy shits in urinals. And he almost had a heart attack because he told us the most bizarre story.
He came up to us out of nowhere.
And I just keep saying it on stage. I can't get enough of it because it was the weirdest.
Yeah, he said he was on like a trip with his family. He's in Philly?
Yes.
And then he like had to take a dump.
In a 5-star hotel.
Yeah, but for some reason, all of the stalls were under
Locked.
construction and locked. So he took a huge dump in the urinal.
It was.
Which is
We were screaming, laughing,
insane.
right?
Yeah, because out of nowhere. What were we talking about? He was like, oh, I got a funny story. And it was like,
He's sitting there with the trumpet.
Yeah, exactly.
he brought the
And he
keyboard
was
in to
like-
play it, to play the shit sound.
Guys, this is gonna need some music.
Yeah,
to it.
so, and it was like
I
real
need some
ominous. He's like, I checked the door, and it's like do 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 do
Listen
do
to those
do.
acoustics. Yeah, just taking a shit. It's a fucking.
I don't even know how that works. Like, why would you shit in the garbage can or a sink? Like his
Yeah.
balls had to been dipped in. Like
The only thing I think of, it's one of those trash cans that are built in the wall. It's kind of hard to get your ass.
Oh yeah,
True,
yeah.
yeah.
Try to hike up.
You know.
True.
It's almost like Ryan playing with the microphone. He can't
You
get in
just
there. It's
can't.
not gonna
yeah.
work.
Do you mind if I sit on this?
I want you to sit and spin. That's amazing.
Do you think you could get? Do you think
It's
you
hard for me to focus with that being.
could
just
you touch
exposed
your
like
lips
that.
to this plate right here?
1,000.
I bet you I could get it further down my throat than you. What are we doing? I think
Can
that
you
this has just
puncture a
become
lung? I know
a
it's
freak
filthy.
show
I was gonna
podcast.
say, do you guys have like questions for me or?
I was gonna
We're
ask
just
you some
fun.
questions. I will ask questions, professional
ahead.
questions.
Make sure this is on.
He's
Holding
playing
it
with.
like this.
Do you think it's still connected?
No, I need a handle here. This is unbelievably unprofessional.
You gotta get
This
a handle on your life. Is that coffee homemade? There's a question.
No, I got it from Maru.
Who?
You know about Maru? You know about?
Yeah,
you're a
I know
Los Feliz
Maru.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. That's
My
great.
Favorite.
Fuck Blue Bottle.
Yeah.
Maru's cheaper.
Is
and
it cheaper?
It is $1 cheaper.
Oh, Ryan will find it if it's cheaper.
I
You
get-
like-
I like Blue Bottle, but Maru is just.
Yeah, it is.
Top of the top.
Because I get
Yeah.
oat milk in that motherfucker. Oat milk it, bitch.
oh
right.
boy.
Yeah.
Well, when you
That-
move to Los Feliz, do you immediately become gay, or how's it work?
No, I got older. I can't do dairy
can't digest
anymore.
it. Yeah.
I have like I get acne like a fucking
And you think you
13-year-old.
can get that down your throat?
yeah. Wait, what is not being able to process dairy?
That'll
do?
give you eczema.
Licking the base of that motherfucker.
Yeah. So I guess we have to ask Matty questions because that's what he wants to
All
do.
right, Matt.
Matt Edgar is here, guys. We didn't even introduce you properly.
It's all good.
You got to call him the
Very-
Edge.
the
The Edge is going to be.
Edge.
Yeah.
The Edge will
I
be
think
the
we-
name.
I'm more
that brings
popular
it.
as the Edge than Matt Edgar.
Yeah. I
Seemingly.
say it. I say it all the time. I don't know why. Maybe
It's podcast.
because of them. No.
Well,
Because they used to
because
bring
they-
you up like that
right, they
too,
would
if I
bring me
remember
up that way.
correctly.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing stand up now? Question
15
number
years.
2.
I'm on my 16th year.
Nice.
Me too. I'll be 16 in February.
No way. Oh, I would have thought you were like.
1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks. Anyway.
She worked here for 16
Don't
years
go by
before
my
she
look.
dipped her toe into the comedy circuit. She just wanted to get a lay of the
All right,
land.
but you were like kind of good though when I started, so I figured you'd been.
Well, I'm a natural.
and
yeah.
you were studying
Just kidding. Yeah, I waited tables here for 12 years.
Right.
So then it's like also I was a ball breaker.
Yeah.
And that's what you have to do here, kind of. And that's kind of how I grew up. So that's what I did. But the stand-up thing was terrifying, but in the beginning. And then Tommy would let me host with these guys. We would all switch off.
Takes a lot of balls to like go from 23 years of being a waitress here to finally going, I'm going to get on the stage.
You know what? I got to get on
give you
stage. It's going to, it's going to be tough if there's a lot of steps because I need a new hip. But it's.
And Hart's watching you.
Oh, no.
Oh,
She bring most drinks out. Oh, no.
you go back to bar.
Hart told me, because somebody asked him, how do you spell it? Heart or Hart? And he was like, oh, it's Heart. My mom called me Hart. But when I come here, I spell it Hart. And I go, because Americans are stupid? Why did you?
Yeah.
But he just wanted like people to think that was his name, and that's how you spell it.
That's
Like,
not even
What did he come through Ellis Island? And they're
it's a
like,
nickname.
right, because that's
It's a
not even his
nickname.
name.
That's not his real name.
no, I know, but why wouldn't you just go with the traditional spelling?
Did you ever see catch their remember when we used to have cards, the punch cards? Did you have that?
Whoa.
I got here right when it got
Oh, you had
computerized.
computers.
Yeah.
Well, all their names are all consonants, so people
Right.
were like, "What the fuck is all this?"
Yeah.
You know, and it's
Why-
pong pong.
I noticed it on their paychecks.
Their paychecks.
Yeah.
There was a
What
big,
is this?
yeah.
Must be one of the day workers.
Yeah, for sure. You're like ping pong.
By
what?
the way, I did just date myself by saying, "Remember when we had a."
Yeah, would you work? Did you work at a steel mill? So when I started, they had computerized it, and so that's when the shaving of the paycheck started.
That's right.
Oh wait,
That's where you
let's
guys
talk about
got
another
fucked.
lawsuit I'm going to file. It's a statute of limitations on
I don't
shaving my
know.
hours.
Put it in there. Just get it going.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I just kicked that, John.
John's, what are you watching on
Yeah,
that?
he's not. He's watching porn. Is he even? Did I take it off, Matt? I just kicked this tripod. It's fine. Okay.
Who's your favorite Jewish porn star?
John or Matt?
Johnny Boy.
Oh, Johnny.
I don't know any Jewish porn stars.
Randy West is
And I-
Jewish, isn't he?
A nice
think he
Jewish
is.
girl wouldn't do. Oh, I mean.
How
yeah.
dare you? A nice Jewish girl wouldn't.
I remember being at the Man
What was
Show.
I going to say? Ron Jeremy, the fucking
Yeah,
guy's
Ron
in
Jeremy.
jail?
Yeah, but he's very talented.
Is he in jail now?
He's a
Yeah.
pedophile.
Of course, that's not what his talent is. Well, it could be.
He could suck his own
He was so
dick.
good at it, he went to jail. That's a special skill.
Can you imagine if he lost weight? He would have got another inch out of that hog.
Dude, there's this girl here like years ago that came by directly from fucking Ron Jeremy. Like she
Whoa.
came
Like
here after.
she did a scene, or she was just
No,
fucking
no.
him for
she hooked
sport?
up with him.
Oh my
okay.
god!
And
She came here for some laughs.
You need him after
You know,
that.
yeah, you need to like wash that
He's
out.
like, I got to get this off
Holy
me.
shit.
Where's a place that's a step up of a
By the way, it
fucking
was
a
at the
porn
Rainbow
star?
Room. They had sex at the Rainbow Room.
Oh my
Ooh.
god!
And
Was
what
she
she-
attractive
here-
or not
No,
attractive?
no,
Okay.
no.
Of age?
Yeah, of age.
Told you I hit it.
There we go. And then she said that he had this really cool dick trick. It doesn't seem believable, but I guess like he was like, hey, watch this, and his dick is just like soft, and he goes, up, boy, up, and it goes, what? Dog, yeah. I was like, no, you're lying. She's like, I swear to God, I've never seen anything like it.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like a marionette. Like he just got it to.
Well, I saw
dance?
Blue Iris suck his dick,
Wait, Ron Jeremy?
and he like
Or-
squeezed the base of it to make it hard.
So he probably knows all the tricks.
So yeah, I mean he invented most of the tricks probably.
Does he have a button on there? Like you think, like a Nike Air he pumps?
I just think he knows how to access
Isn't there
that.
such thing as a pump for
You
your
can get a
dick?
penis pump.
Oh yeah. What's the science behind it?
I don't know.
Is it like the blood? Is it like sucking the blood?
I've seen the video because my buddy worked at a car wash in high school, and he found this video in the garbage when he was taking it out. So we watched it, and it was an instructional manual for a penis pump.
your dick.
And yeah, so the guy, it's like something about the pressure just like rips it open, basically. And the guy's just stroking the tube,
and
going,
then what? You
yeah.
just take it off
And then hurry up and
Yep.
fuck, I guess.
Seconds.
Yeah, but I think it looks all weird, like, because it
Oh, I
sucks.
can imagine.
It sucks the sides
It sucks
out.
the
and-
life out of it.
Have you ever been with a guy who did a penis pump?
No, and I want it to be because I heard that one of my favorites has a penis pump.
David Taylor?
No, that's my pseudo husband.
Okay.
He doesn't need that because he just looks at it and goes, "Get up, get up. Don't be stupid. Get up." Right? Like,
Come on, beast.
come on.
Dude, my first
You
night.
know you want
my first
some.
night here when I was a door guy. I had to put up the sign. It was like the first night ever working here.
And that's everybody's favorite thing to do is put the sign.
Is that even a job anymore? It's the same
Look how
thing.
mad.
It's the
I know.
same thing every night. So
I know.
they just got out of doing that.
I think for legal purposes, because like on a Saturday night, you would
It's
be up there
100%
and
bullshit.
drunk people would be shaking
it
the
was
ladder
horrible.
and stuff.
It was horrible. But
They still should have to do it, to be honest, and
I
they should
agree.
not put. They should put names up there
Yeah.
every night. It's ridiculous
Why are
that
they
they
not?
don't. It's like we're open, but we're not.
What do they
Exactly.
put up there?
they also
Store is still halfway open.
they also don't put like lineups on the website.
Not anymore. I don't know why.
It's just laziness.
That's
100%.
now that's my biggest pet peeve because
People
sometimes
get
I look
mad.
and I go, this isn't even the right time that they told me.
Yeah.
Or some people don't even get their call. Like last
Yeah.
week we had Mark Ellis and he didn't even know he was on and it was pouring. And I just asked him if he wanted to be on the podcast and he goes, "Oh, I don't have a spot tomorrow night." And I was like, No, you do. And he goes, "What time?"
Wait, where are you seeing the lineups?
I had John send them to me. So
You rat.
John, why don't you send them to
am
me
I not
as well?
allowed? I've had Emily send them too.
I could tell you why we don't put the lineups on the website anymore.
Yeah, please.
Why?
Because we now have a breed of comics that don't appreciate their spots, not going to mention any names, and they don't show up. So the customers start flipping out and they'll come see a specific comic who doesn't come for their spot.
Oh,
Are you talking
juicy
about
gossip.
Rihanna, Madonna?
No, nobody's coming for that. I'm talking about some other people who just don't show up for spots, and they're bigger
Wow.
names that may draw
a few
customers.
customers? Mhm.
And the customers call the next day, flipping out, wanting refunds. They want refunds for their drinks. It's like, regardless of if they were here or not, you bought the drinks.
Yeah.
You fun for the drinks?
Yeah, someone bought a whole bottle and wanted a refund on their bottle.
That is
of
so
champagne.
Oh
funny.
my God! And parking validated or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Wow.
They wanted
Yeah.
everything refunded because
Pay the
comics didn't show up.
babysitter.
Yeah.
People
fucking-
really suck lately. They really suck. I mean, all
Yeah.
you have to do is right at the bottom. Even when Mitzi used to handwrite the lineups, and we used to put I'm dating myself, but there was like she used to put the paper. It had Mae West on it like this, and it had like kind
Mae
of like,
West.
right. It was Mitzi's favorite thing. And she had like.
What did she have a pencil that was the shape of John Wayne's cock?
And she would
She
write
wrote
it, calligraphy. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah.
Am I doing it right? She would. Mitzi would write it out. And at the bottom, it said lineup subject to change.
We still
and that's
have that.
all you have to put
yeah,
on
yeah,
there.
No,
yeah.
you don't. I mean, we still
But
have
that prevents a lawsuit because a lot of people wouldn't show up
But they
for her
still
too.
get we don't get sued as much as we either give ticket refunds
much.
or give give free tickets to another show.
The suing has to stop. You people have to get a fucking life. It's sickening.
I say
The
sue
suing
more.
don't-
Don't listen to Eleanor.
What?
More
I mean-
lawsuits. More lawsuits.
I don't mean just here. I mean everywhere. Everything is I'm suing you no matter what you do.
Oh, yeah.
Like you get your hair done and you don't like the way it came out. You're like, I'm suing her.
They say it like
what?
it's
Yeah,
free
like-
to sue someone.
It costs so much money. Like what the fuck are you?
Well, you get these guys who will take it on because they're like, I'll get 40% if you win.
Yeah.
And if you
And I got
don't,
nothing better.
I wasted
Yeah,
my
and
time.
it's like, I mean, yeah, but you know, some of these guys don't have a lot going on.
Right,
So they're
exactly.
like, if
Guys
I could
are-
get 100
Guys are
grand, then I get.
girls could be. Oh, I'm kidding.
Girls can't be lawyers.
They can't?
Not in the U.S. There's a lot of lawyers in my family.
I know there are. His sister's
One,
a lawyer.
2, 3, 4.
Wow.
4 siblings
Damn.
are lawyers.
Do they look down on you?
No, they look up at me.
Really? Because
Yeah.
they're short?
Yeah, they're
'Cause
all
there's no
they're all 4'11". No, because we got sued a lot
Oh yeah, because
all the time. So that's why they all became lawyers.
But that was a long time ago. Like you're saying, like as a kid, your parents got sued
Yeah,
because they had the motel.
yeah.
And
Oh, okay.
So we
so they
get,
were people were sue happy back then
yeah.
too.
Slip on the sidewalk. Our dog bites them. My dad threatens them with a hatchet.
Hold on a second. Now these are all real things to sue for. I got to be honest.
How dare you? These are what you call frivolous lawsuits.
Did the hawk bite?
If my dad
anybody?
threatens to burn down your
Did your
house,
dad have
then
a
he
hawk?
probably has a good reason to. So,
My dad never got sued at the typewriter store.
what, for carpal tunnel? Oh, there wasn't enough ink? What the hell? Someone dropped a typewriter on their foot when they were looking at it?
People used to come in and yell and be like, I didn't get my typewriter, blah, 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 blah. And then my dad would come out with like a gun on his waist and they go, no, I mean, it's fine. We'll just wait.
Nobody ever
really insane.
nobody ever won free ribbon in it?
He never even gave him anything. He was such an asshole.
We're supposed to be interviewing The Edge.
Matt, did your dad ever get sued?
All the time.
What did he do?
My dad, well, he
Handsome guy,
he
FYI.
started off, he admires you as well.
See?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Comedic.
Can I
Thanks
tell us-
for
can I
clarifying
tell a story
that,
about
fucker.
Eleanor real fast?
Yeah.
About
Yeah.
My dad went to go see Andrew Dice Clay in Vegas. He flew in that day, so he was really tired. But
Private?
they got these tickets, probably something nice.
Whoa.
Probably not private,
Ooh.
but and he saw Eleanor open up, and then she got off. Dice went on. My dad's all he really remembered before he fell asleep was Dice coming on, everybody cheering, and he started talking, and there was nothing else. He's like, Eleanor was the show.
What?
Oh, that's so sweet.
Holy
Then I
shit.
slept with him. And
Is that true? And then you got
Right.
pregnant with Matt.
Yeah,
You didn't tell me
Matt.
about that.
I'm Matt's new stepmom.
My dad was a businessman. He started his own consulting firm, and then he became a mayor. And then then Trump asked him to be the CFO of Homeland Security. He did that. And then when Biden came in, they kicked him out. And then now he's the CFO of IBM.
Okay, how
Whoa.
crazy is that?
Wow, that's a triggering word for me. But yeah,
For
They put my
IBM?
dad out of business. They stole his.
It's got,
Oh, yeah?
don't
There was a
mention
guy who worked-
Hewlett Packard or IBM around Eleanor. She'll lose her shit.
Your dad's like, it's just a phase.
The typewriter store that was
Typewriters.
bringing in
That's what
he said.
$80 a year has been shut down because of IBM.
There was a guy who used to work for him, and he took all his business to IBM. Oh, I swear to God! And it was like in the '80s that happened.
Your dad's like, these computers, they're a fad.
And
Everyone's going to come
My dad
back.
was so naive. He was like, "No, he would never do that. He would never do that."
Oh,
My mother
damn.
kept saying, "Like, dude, he's gonna steal your whole everything." And maybe it was the '70s because they were still together. So it was like, he's gonna steal everything and all this crazy stuff. And then he did it. He
did.
wound up doing it. Like I think it was like right in early '80s. Now that I think about it, yeah,
Cutthroat.
crazy.
You should have put a couple of bucks in IBM back then. You'd be fucking sitting pretty right now.
Maybe he could have went over there.
Yeah, if he started in the 80s, oh my God.
Did you grow up with like typewriters all over the house, like extra,
No.
like tripping over them?
No, they were in we called it the shop, the typewriter shop.
Did you work there?
Of course, my whole life, almost from 4th grade all the way to 12th grade,
Wow.
actually. So it felt like my whole life.
Yeah,
it was
sure.
awful.
Were your friends were always coming in,
Every
just
5
window
minutes.
shopping, looking for a new
Every
typewriter?
5 minutes they were there.
my
we
God.
we had so much fun in there because there was nobody in there.
Oh, really?
We'd just fuck around.
Tom Hanks
Smoke
know about
cigarettes all day. He was there once.
Was he?
His people, not Tom Hanks.
Oh, okay.
They wanted to buy one of those old school typewriters from my dad. He has like one of the first typewriters. He's got a bunch of them, and Tom Hanks wanted to buy it, and he wouldn't sell it. And the guys kept saying it's for Tom Hanks. He's like, I don't know him. I don't know him.
Was it
it's
just
not
for-
John Wayne? He has no idea who it is.
Was it for just display purposes? Why was it even in the store?
You know what? I don't know. They were gonna buy this.
He set it up just to tease people.
Oh, he's like, I don't
It
sell to
worked.
whites.
It.
Tom Hanks,
That
go
sounds
take your
like something
business somewhere
my dad
else.
would say. he loved to just not sell to the whites. That was his thing.
This is it.
That's what set him aside for me.
No whites allowed.
Is your dad proud of you doing stand up?
Yeah.
Like, is he happy for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, once he saw my name on the wall, we were cool.
That was a
Whoa.
big. That's it. That's all
Actually,
it took.
the first thing that it kind of impressed him was, he's from here. He's from Long Beach.
Yeah.
He, I did a show in La Jolla, and Frazier Smith was the host. And he's like, "Wait, the Frazier Smith?"
Right?
I was like,
People
"Yeah, I
love
didn't know
that.
anything about that." And he's like, "Dude, Frazier Smith is like legendary
Yeah.
LA radio guy.
100%.
And he actually said, he was one of the first famous people I ever met when I was in high school because he went to a Van Halen concert.
Oh, that's
Frazier
crazy.
was there.
He also like introduced a lot of bands. Like it was a big deal.
Oh yeah, he'd go up on stage and do that.
That was my brother-in-law. He's in his 50s. He grew up out here, and he said the same thing. I think I'd mentioned. He goes, "Wait, who?"
Right.
And I was like, "He goes, no, wait, the radio
That's
guy?"
how- that's
and I go,
exactly-
"He goes, no, you don't know that guy."
That's
And I was
the
like,
reaction.
Yeah,
It's like, wait, the Frazier Smith? Like,
He has some great stories. We had him on, and we were both like, me and Rick were just looking at him like, oh shit, like there's things you don't know, like a lot of things he did for years. You're like, oh my god.
yeah,
yeah. No, we partied with him in La Jolla once.
me too.
We started doing shots and stuff. It was crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait a minute, didn't
like,
you
"Man."
torment him too? Didn't you guys make him steal a bike or something?
Oh yeah. He's like, he got nervous because we stole some bikes, and he's like, "Man, the cops are coming. We gotta get out of here."
Man, I can't get arrested.
We were drunk riding bikes, and it was like, "Man, I can't be caught with you guys. I'm a grown man. Can't be in trouble for stealing bicycles."
Did you get Frazier to party? Like drink?
Not like that.
Oh,
No.
okay.
I mean,
You
he
got
was
him to
with
drink
us while
too?
we partied. I don't think he.
Yeah.
I would have remembered if he had a drink. This is like.
Yeah, I don't know if he drinks. I think he's just so straight laced.
Yeah.
I think it was. Here's what it said. 20 minutes going. Frazier.
Yeah.
Frazier.
He has a really funny story about Jim Carrey and Mike Binder from back in
Okay.
the day. Like, he's like, Mike Binder and Jim Carrey wanted to go take acid in Joshua Tree. So they're
Okay.
like, Frazier, come with us, man. Let's go get some acid. And he's like, no, guys, I got a host at the factory.
Yeah.
It's the factory. Come on, come out with us.
What is it really?
He's like,
Yeah.
no, see, this is why I'm going to make it and you guys aren't.
No.
But you hear Frazier tell the story because it obviously,
It meant the world to him. Yeah, to
Right.
be the
Oh my
host.
God.
yeah.
And he was dead serious.
Yeah.
Like you
And those
guys, you
guys-
guys are fuck ups.
Yeah, you guys are fucked up.
Well, he did. He's still hosting.
He's
He
still,
is.
So he got-
that was the punchline.
was-
When you ask him to tell the story, that's what he'll say. Is like,
Yeah.
and I still
still
host
host.
there.
Dude, that's hilarious. I don't even know. It's also hilarious that like comics back then were still going to Joshua Tree to do hallucinogenic.
It's always
wow.
been, man. It's always
Yeah.
been.
Well, it's been there a long time.
I went to Joshua Tree with this guy to do
What did you guys do there?
mushrooms.
Is it
Oh,
just
yeah.
mushrooms? Do you do that? I'm not going to say it right. Iowa.
No, not ayahuasca.
No.
Thank you.
We've done
Thank you for not
mushrooms
making
in
me say it.
Canada,
Yep.
in the woods.
Okay.
We've done mushrooms in Joshua Tree.
Did you have weird
And-
trips?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like what happened?
You know, one of my favorite trips was that one at Josh Tree. I think it was you, me, Ari,
Yeah.
Adam.
Remember those fucking
get-
people that
It was there.
some people, by the way, it's empty. We're the
my
only ones there. And these assholes fucking perch themselves. They show up at like 1 a.m. and they
Okay.
perch themselves on the rock right next to us. And I was like, dude, we should kill these motherfuckers.
I like
Yeah.
this.
And I had like I had a flaming stick, and I was like, we should fucking kill them.
And he was dead serious.
I was
Wait, time out. What's a flaming stick? Like a
just a log in the fire.
okay.
I'm shocked that those people stuck around.
And so Adam, I mean, this is like the rock he's talking about is like
Oh, yeah.
100 feet.
Yeah, it's-
up there. Adam climbs up there. And it's funny because it's like so quiet that we could hear everything.
Yeah.
Adam climbs up there. Oh, hey guys. You know, me and my buddies, we're just trying to hang out. Like,
Yeah.
you mind keeping it down? Like, it was so polite. We
yeah.
had to hike all the way up there to tell these guys. And
By the way, Egit was like, "Oh, these mushrooms aren't working." He's just eating it by the handful, and then he's like licking the bag. He's like, "I don't feel
Really?
anything."
yeah, they
And then
never
you
really,
just-
they never really hit him.
They never.
Wait, there's another time that me, Adam, and Ari went, and we took mushrooms that a fan gave Ari some mushrooms that were in chocolate.
Yeah.
And we took a bite, and at first it was like, oh, these are pretty good. These are pretty good. And then it
Okay.
was like something started changing, and it was like pure as day, undeniable. It was vomit. One of Ari's fans vomited, put chocolate in it, and said these are mushrooms.
I'm gonna throw up. No
We all
way.
threw up. Yeah,
Oh God.
yeah.
So do you call that a fan? Is that what you,
Sounds like an Ari fan.
Sounds like a Kobe
You're
fan.
right. An Ari fan would do something like that.
Also,
right?
on that same trip,
Kobe
Adam
fan.
thought it'd be funny to like wear a suit into Joshua Tree.
What?
Yeah, like a full on from shoes, everything.
No.
Head, like everything's a suit, and like, but he's like, don't worry, it's my bad suit. Like,
And
my
it's
good
summer,
suit.
right?
Yeah, he's like, this is my.
And you weren't there, or you were
No,
there?
no,
I wasn't there.
This was another time, and he's like, "This is just my like whatever suit." And then when he got home, he realized he actually took his expensive suit, and it was thrashed.
Oh, yeah.
Shit.
We're rolling around up there. Yeah.
What the fuck?
What? How? Who voted him the person to go tell them to be quiet? He voted himself.
Well, he was the one not tripping.
Oh, I see.
We were all high, and he
Yeah.
just, for some reason they weren't working on it.
I think they were because he was doing crazy shit, and I was like, dude, you gotta stop talking because I'm dying here.
Nobody
And
tripped
he's
harder
like-
than Ryan.
So what happens? Like I remember seeing Ari one time, almost tied in a knot. Basically, he was sitting in the original room in the potluck section, watching open mic, and I swear somebody took a picture of him. His nose looked bulbous, like it was weird. It was like it was bigger even to me, and I wasn't tripping. I was like, how are you doing that? You know what? And he was like this. He was just watching open mic, and he said the next day I go, hey, what the fuck was wrong with you last night? And he's like, oh, I was on mushrooms. And I was watching open mic. I hadn't seen it. I hadn't sit and watched, taken it in like that in a long time. And it was like one of those, like I was waiting tables. So it was one of those, like the worst, it was Scotty Barron. It was
all the
it was the
all
horrendous
stars.
Gaylords. And it was, I was like, and he was just like this. like laughing. And I'm telling you, he looked like he was in a fish bowl.
Are you sure you weren't on mushrooms? His nose was growing?
I keep
Oh
hitting
my
this
God.
thing.
It's all good.
That sounds
Sorry, it's
crazy.
my big feet. I never forget it. And then Ari posted a picture. Somebody took a picture of him, and it looked fucked up. And he was like this, all completely like his legs were crossed, his arms were crossed. He was just watching. He was just so enthralled with the fucking stand-up, and I was like, do they look funny? Because none of them were funny.
Yeah,
they
that's
were crazy.
like. I mean, that's a benefit from living a block away from the Comedy Store.
Yeah, if you
like,
wanna-
you
Yeah.
trip, and I wouldn't trip here.
I would
How am I going to
never.
get home? I might want to go home.
Yeah, I would
He could
not.
just, like, if it gets too weird, he could just.
Yeah,
walk
but
home.
you go to the Joshua Tree to do it, and then you're stuck in the fucking.
We went to Canada. We went to Banff National Park, and we did it by a river, and then we found a fucking.
you
Remember
jump
that
in the river?
moose?
Yeah,
We were gonna jump on a moose that was in the in the brush.
Dude, I've never seen one in person. It is
Terrifying.
terrifying.
And that fucking elk. Then we climbed to the top of this hill.
Those
and there's
fucking
a
long
giant
legs.
elk up there.
Moose are like the supermodels, the animals. They got the longest legs
Oh, yeah,
ever.
they're sexy.
They're terrifying, though.
Dude, when we did that trip too, like when you're tripping on shrooms, it's like 3 hours. It could be more than that. The whole like the heart of the trip, like the 3 hour chunk, was in
Yeah.
one spot.
Yeah.
Like we just kind of planted and stayed there for hours, and we thought we were like super far off.
Yeah. Then people would be walking past.
And the next day, like hours in it, we noticed that there's like a family walking on the trail right next to us. Like, I guess we're
We're right here. We're right here.
We were.
yeah, the road's right
We're still right here.
Ari was just sitting on a log for 3 hours. The edge, I look at the edge. The edge is just buried in like the brush.
Oh, yeah.
You're just laying in there.
Have you guys ever performed on it?
Nah.
No, I wouldn't.
Nah.
It's more of a spiritual journey.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you learn about yourself when you're on
Lots.
it? Really?
Remember when we did it up in
What does it help?
Spokane? That was
Yeah.
pretty sweet. We
That
went.
was dope. That was like
hiking.
some of the best hiking.
Yeah, we were following animal trails. I mean, it got crazy.
I've been hiking with you and Ari
Oh yeah, in
and
Phoenix.
Danish. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, you hiked
But
in
we
Phoenix?
weren't high.
No.
Ari might have been.
Ari's throwing his
He was
ass
throwing his
tampon.
ass rag at O'Neill, and then he almost died. I caught him.
Yeah, I
He
know
almost
you
fell.
did.
It was pretty awful. I should have let him go. I got to be honest.
Wait, was that the one where he shat? Like, didn't you?
Oh
hike
no,
it
that
and
was
he
a
had to
different
shit?
one. No, I was hiking up in Griffith Park with him, and he's like, "I have to take a shit," and then
Where's a urinal?
and so then he shit. But then I go, "What are you gonna do with? What are you gonna wipe with? My hand?" And so he like, and I go, "Dude, you can't. What are you doing?" He's like, "I rinsed it off with some bottled water," and I go, "That is." And I think they just threw like dirt up there,
Oh,
like a
it's fucking
fucking.
terrible.
horrible.
And then his hand, I go, "You can't ride in my car. Like your hand is full of shit." So, I found out another tale. He shit his pants while he was skiing.
Right
Not
now?
this time, but maybe it was that. Well, anyway, because a friend of his was telling me she was with him, and he like ripped a fart. Then he stuck his hand down his pants, and there's shit on his hand. And then he just wiped it in the snow. And he put his fucking glove back on.
It's fine.
This is
The cold kills it.
That's why he goes, can you use my phone and videotape me? And I go, dude, I'm not touching your screen.
No.
Or anything on your phone.
I
because
actually
there's
have
shit on it.
video on my phone of shit coming out of his ass.
Oh, yeah, that's...
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
From the watchtower.
Because he shit. So there was a toilet, but like the people we rented this place, it was a
Okay.
fire tower.
The watchtower.
Hour and a half hike up.
Okay.
There's no running water.
Right. Well, there was the what's the thing you
You had a
well?
composting
like, there's
toilet.
a compost
Compost.
like like 50 or maybe 20 yards away from it.
He also did have a toilet, but he goes, "You guys have to." I go, "We'll just bury it. We'll all take a dump outside and bury it."
Yeah.
But Ari decided not to go too far from the house.
That's about 10 feet.
in the driveway, take a dump there.
Yeah.
Is he practicing being homeless? Like, I don't understand why he does this.
He doesn't need to practice. This guy, full blown homeless
Like, he
man.
could live on the street
Easily.
if he had to.
Oh, yeah.
No problem.
Easily.
And why were you videoing it coming out of his asshole? I mean,
It's
it
like
is
one
a
of those,
gaping
it's like,
asshole.
Have you ever?
if I-
It's like one of those once in a lifetimes. Like
I'll show. I have
no,
it
no. That if I had a once in a lifetime, that wouldn't be in it.
well, it's like this is really happening, right? So I wanted to just like confirm it. I've not watched it. It's
Oh,
good stuff.
I send it to him sometimes.
You have it?
I'll show it to you.
I'm good.
No, you'll want
As
to
it
see
is,
this.
the last time he was on this podcast, he whipped out his cock and pissed in a crystal geyser. While Emily was right here, we were all. He was like, "Well, I gotta go on. I gotta pee." And
that's such.
fucking idiot.
It
It was green. I'm like, "What are you
What the
eating?
fuck?
What
I
is
don't
in
know
there?"
how healthy Ari is. I mean, like, there's things I've seen that like really concern me.
Yeah.
Like things that with his body that I'm like,
with his body.
I mean,
He's a-
You mean his bleeding asshole?
yeah.
He got
That's
that
actually
fixed, right?
Eleanor. That's exactly what I was talking
But he's
about.
got
I didn't
the
want to.
surgery, didn't he? Didn't
When?
he get it done or no?
no, he is not. He will not. I don't think he's going to get it done.
Like, dude, one time we're in his apartment in New York, and he had toilet paper, and he's like, he puts it down in the back of his pants, and he pulls it out, and there's so much blood. Like,
Oh yeah, he was
like
throwing
open
him at
wound.
O'Neill.
It's a fucking.
Like, what is that from?
I have that on video. Him throwing it at you.
Oh yeah, we're getting to. Okay,
and
now
then
we're
O'Neill
getting to
gets
the.
in a stance and he's like, "Don't do it." And I was like, "Oh shit, he's gonna fuck."
And then he
kill
goes, yeah, I know if I hit you with this, you're gonna punch me. Here it is, Eleanor. Here's the video.
I
Oh wait,
I don't want.
There-
Let me see. Let me
Why
see, just for
did
good
I
old.
look?
Yep.
Like,
Oh, there it is. He's taking a dump. I have multiple videos.
This is not.
Wait, Eleanor, you'll like that one. Remember that?
Oh my god.
This, by the way, I didn't have to zoom in or anything. He's directly below the like porch around the top.
Oh my god.
Dude, this other time, me and Ari went on a hike, and for some reason, he was watching. Oh, he was in town, so he was staying at Benji's place, and Benji had this little dog, and so we went to a hike. We went on a hike up in the hills right here, and we had to take
Okay.
the dog. And like Ari sometimes likes to just go off trails, like kind of like trail blaze. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
And so we start going, and then there's like no trail, and we're off the grid, and then we're lost for hours, and the sun starts coming down, and we're like dehydrated. It was getting pretty scary.
Yeah.
After hours, we'd stop talking. Like there's nothing else. To
Yeah,
say to
because
each
now
other,
it's like,
you know what I
oh,
mean?
fuck,
Like it was
we
more
gotta-
like we got to figure out how to get out of this.
Yeah.
And we're going through the brush, and finally we climb out, and we're on like this dirt road, and there's 3 people walking towards us, and these are the first people that we've seen in hours.
Right.
And they come up. It was a girl and 2 dudes. The girl saw the dog and was like, "Oh," and started petting the dog. Ari was like we didn't even like really respond to him. Like they stopped to pet our dog, and Ari's just looking. And I look at the girl. It's Mila Kunis,
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
and the dudes were Ashton Kutcher
Uh-huh.
and Jim James of My Morning Jacket.
That's so funny.
And then so like Ari's and like I'm thinking like, whoa, this is like insane. And we start walking, and I almost said something like,
how do we get out of here?
I almost said something like, dude, that's crazy. Like that we just saw them, but
Yeah.
he wasn't like he was just like not really there. And I'm like, you know what? It's cooler if we don't talk about it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then like years go by, and I don't know how it got brought up. And I'm like, dude, remember when we saw Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher and Jim James? He's like, no. Like he had no idea that was them. And I didn't say anything. I just thought I thought we were being cool.
Yeah. Oh, I had no idea. What, you say something? I'm a big fan.
Ari
I would've
literally,
said hi.
he had taken his shirt off and he had cut himself all up.
What a
everywhere. Yeah, like
What a
At
tard.
that point, they were petting the dog to be like, let's try to get this dog away from these
yeah,
homeless
yeah.
people. Yeah,
Like this dog has
we
probably
have to
been fucked
rescue this dog.
so hard.
The dog scratched his chest. That's why he's all beat up. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
We literally had there's parts where there's nowhere to like walk. So there's just so much brush. We had to throw the dog to each other a few times.
I hope Benji's not listening. We're gonna have another lawsuit.
Benji got rid of that. Benji gave that dog to Jade.
I was just gonna say
Oh, really?
that. Is that the one Jade stole?
Yeah,
Because Jade's like, oh, I stole Benji's dog,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
Cheryl.
sure, he didn't want to get rid of it.
No, he gave away the dog and then he eventually got another dog.
Right.
That's
Well,
how Benji
did he
rolls.
give it away after the trip? Because he was like, this dog is tainted.
But if you go to Benji's and you like something, he's like, yeah, take it.
That's right.
Really?
Yeah,
Is he
go ahead.
Middle Eastern? They do that. They're big on
no,
that
I don't-
one.
it's-
Definitely not Middle East.
He's Jewish.
He's Moroccan.
Oh, okay.
That's not Middle East. That's
No.
African though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just didn't know that, and I like that.
Yeah.
Gives
he's-
him a little flair now.
Yeah.
Now I look at him different.
Yeah.
A little more racist, yeah. It's not just the Jew thing. I'm kidding.
A little more
Sorry.
exotic.
He's not just a Jew in my eyes anymore.
He was
He
just
stepped
a Jew
up.
this whole time.
Hey, guess what? You've been kicked up a notch, Benji.
Yeah, where you go, Benji?
You're not
Good
just
job, buddy.
Benji the old Jew. You're a Moroccan Jew now.
Yeah. The Moroccan shocking Jew.
If you need something, you go to Benji's house. He'll have it, and then just
Okay.
admire it. And he goes, "Yeah, take it."
Oh, I forgot I was going to tell you about David Taylor.
Okay, tell me about David Taylor.
On my first night working here, I got super stoked to work here because
Wait, who hired you? Let's go there.
Tommy.
Wow. Okay.
He's handsome, okay?
Yep, that's it. That's exactly it. Though. There
100%.
was none of that happening.
But
here.
here's the thing: he's not gay. He just would call that.
No, he loved. He's not gay, but he loved handsome guys.
Or like a
Yeah,
good
nice
looking
hair.
guy.
He
would
because he
bring
would
it up.
say it
It's
all
the
the time.
hair. It's the
Well,
hair.
Adam
He's a-
Ray's got hair confidence. Nobody thinks that. Like not even Adam.
Even Adam's like, I do.
Yeah, hair confidence.
Yeah, he did because his hair looked like a straw hat that like fell apart on his head.
Were you like when you came here? Were you like, I have to get a job at the Comedy Store?
Yeah.
That's the only place.
Yep.
Holy shit,
You never.
you look a lot different.
That's Samantha. She
No, I
switched
know.
it
I
up.
didn't know. I was
Okay.
like, what? Did he just bleach his hair?
Yeah, I used to drive by. the
John
com-
transitioned. All right.
When I got my driver's license, I started driving up here by the Comedy Store, and I drive super slow to see if I could see Pauly Shore.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut
So
up.
as soon as I turned 21, I just came here.
and you're
I was
like,
how do I get
Paulie's
a job
gotta
here?
be here.
You know who the first comedian I ever saw was?
Who?
Ooh.
Carlos Mencia.
Oh no shit.
Oh.
Yeah, he was on
What year was this?
07.
Yeah, that was when he was. Yeah, it was Mind Mencia time,
Yep,
and
that
he
was
was like
going on.
red hot here.
Not putting his name on the marquee.
Yeah, doing 45 to an hour,
Just
Yeah.
infuriated
taking
me.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and anyways, I was putting up the sign the first time I ever put up the sign,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, like before then, like I wasn't like getting laid. I wasn't cool or anything like that.
What?
No, believe it or not, I was very scared of girls. And David Taylor was
David Taylor.
after this was like after when they turn off the lights and like whoever's here probably works here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
David Taylor was making out with a hot
No
girl.
way.
Yeah, like hot, and I was
I'll show you how to get pussy,
like,
Edgar.
right. And then I was like, wait, if,
Watch my
if this
cock
guy's getting
rise.
laid here, I'm gonna do great. Like, this is the spot for me.
You're like, it's so easy to get laid here.
Yeah, and I remember David Taylor's like, have you seen your first vagina here yet? Like after like a few weeks or months. And I was like, no. And he's like, oh, you will. It's like within a week, I accidentally
Was it a
saw
comic just showing it on
No,
stage?
and
by
actually, I
accident?
got
Okay.
in trouble for telling this story. I did the Door Guy podcast, and I couldn't tell it because it was somebody important.
Oh, really? Still?
Yeah. And it's not like I didn't hook up with her. Like she was drunk, and it was a whole thing where she had gotten her heel caught in her dress.
Oh shit!
Jesus
and she
Christ.
goes to the this
I
girl.
was kidding,
All right,
saying by accident.
I'm not
This
gonna
is by
say. I'm not
accident.
gonna say whose girl this was.
Okay, but you saw it by accident.
Yes.
Okay, that's
So
what I'm saying.
let's just say the person whose girl it was is powerful here.
Okay.
Right? Still.
Okay.
Yeah.
Will always be.
Yeah.
So like Holtzman was on stage in the
Yeah.
main room.
Okay.
This girl literally just walks up on stage
Ugh.
and walks to the back. And even Holtzman would have, I mean, I can't believe he didn't fire off. He let it happen.
Right.
He's like, what? And then she walked away like, yeah, what? And he like kind of forgot about it.
It was almost too shocking even for Holtzman.
I
He's
think
like,
it
what
was.
the fuck are
Yeah.
you
It was
doing?
like, what the fuck? And she
Like,
walked
it
right,
threw him off,
like as
yeah.
if she knew where she was going. And I happened to be standing with the person whose girl that is, and he's like, "What is she doing?"
Yeah,
I'm like,
right. Pissed.
I don't know. What is she doing? He's like, "Dude, you got to go get her." And I was like, "Oh shit." All right. Well, so I'm a door guy, so I go back there, and in the bathroom area,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
she, you know how it's like that
This is
makeup,
the main room, green room.
green
Yeah.
room, and there's the makeup table with the
Yeah.
bulbs. I go back there, and she's laying like on her back. Her heel had poked a hole in her dress, and so she's up with her legs up, just like, help me. And I'm like, what?
I don't
And
want
look, she's
to.
like, my heel, and I go to pull it, and just pure vagina.
Jeez.
And I remember in that moment, I'm like,
fucking-
I can't wait to tell David.
You were right,
He's
David.
gonna love this. And later that night, David,
It's
guess
so
what?
neat. You even see him by accident. Like, they can't wait
Guess
for the
what happened
on-purpose
tonight?
one.
Guess what happened tonight? It's like, you saw a vagina, didn't you?
I'm proud of you.
Oh, very good.
You'll do well here.
You'll be fine.
Matthew.
Yeah.
Matthew, yeah.
Matthew. He does call me Matthew.
He's got those talons. What do you feel? You're like, oh, it's fucking, did a bald eagle just perch on my shoulder? Or did David Taylor just grab me?
We always tell the story about how when you first got your job here, I think they put you in the lot.
Yeah.
Or was that later? Like, did you work the door for a while? Or
I might have worked the door for like about a year, half a year.
okay.
maybe. But once I hit the lot, it was only the lot. I would only work the lot.
Yes. And who trained you in the lot?
Oh, yeah.
A few people. Doc Willis is one of them. He was very kind.
Okay. Okay.
And
Matt, you're gonna be fine.
one Mac Lindsay.
Will you explain his training process to us, please?
Yeah, well, he's very interactive trainer. You know, he really wants to get you in the mind.
That's the greatest thing I've ever
So,
heard.
he taught me by he made me sit in his lap. No, you're gonna sit in my lap. Wait, no, what? How's that? No, sit in my lap. I'm like, okay.
He's so bizarre and
Yeah.
amazing at the same time.
He's one of those-
I hang out with him when I go to New York.
Oh, he's excellent.
he's
He's
the
one of my
best.
I
favorite people.
saw him a few months ago.
He's untouchable. He's the only guy I've ever met that you there's nothing you could say or do to him. He's like unroastable. He like
Yeah,
no
no, he
matter
doesn't
what.
feel it.
Yeah,
like he
will
just walks
I
through
remember
it.
somebody who was it? Maybe it was Whitney or something. Was like she was doing something that was annoying her. So she tried to roast. Like she's like, did you not get enough love as a child? She's
Right.
like, he's like, I didn't. No,
I got so much.
And he's like, yeah. And he's like, one time I just sucked somebody's dick, and I was like, Jesus, dude, you got to just leave him alone. He's like untouchable. You can't get him.
Yeah, he's also kind of a genius. He
Absolutely.
He goes to Columbia. He's about to graduate.
Yeah,
I love that.
he's like a fucking doctor or
What's it
something.
called? I forget what
No, he went back to school to like do. He was.
Oh, that's
doing
what
that,
he was
wasn't
doing for work, right? That was
yeah.
the blood
He's a
thing?
chemist. I forget
Yeah.
what it's called, but
Not phlebotomist. Am I made that
it's
up?
something. You're not far from it.
Okay.
but it's something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
He,
I remember him. I was like, Mac, that
also-
is so amazing because I see him and I would run into him in New York, and I get so excited.
He
Like,
runs like 10 miles a day. Also,
Oh yeah.
unbelievable.
Rides
yeah.
his bike.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
But
No, I love Mac.
he's one of the best.
Yeah.
one of the best.
Yeah, man. And
But what a character! Even his Tommy impression is probably untouchable.
yeah.
He was so funny too on stage.
I don't
I
know
thought he
why
was
he
also.
screams
Yeah,
like
he was
that.
So funny. Do you remember Wilda, the old lady who was an open micer, and Tom Mack would torment? Like,
Wait, I'm blanking. I do remember Wilder.
She was the
but
one
I'm,
that
like,
slept
blanking.
with Elvis.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
She was really pretty.
and she was was like in her 80s.
Right.
And then she wore the outfit and did like a "Hey, darling" sort of, and then like Mac would fuck with her. I felt bad, but it was so funny that you couldn't help but
Sometimes
laugh.
when I would see her, I'm like, that's what I look like to people. Like that.
Come on, Eleanor.
I mean, I'm not as hot as her. She was hot. Even in her 80s. Remember? She was
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
she was
just
just hot
for an
Yeah.
80-year-old.
Yeah, you're throwing it around a little too
You're great on it.
loosely.
she wasn't throwing it around, but I was saying that she was like,
She would
put
get sauced
together.
up, and she would like get
Yeah,
real, like
yeah.
in your face,
Like,
she,
there was
like
a-
she was still like 25 and hot.
Yeah. And but like she came in together. Like there was another woman kind of older doing stand up, fucking hilarious, Hilda Vincent. And Hilda was a regular
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, yeah, I
And,
remember
Hilda, you know, I mean, I can still remember her bits. She was terrific. And she would do the belly room and she would do the OR, you know, of course. But
I totally remember.
but she looked like, and she looked like a grandma's supposed to look. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like, whereas Hilda, I mean,
Wilda?
Wilda looked like, you know, she was still putting it in.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like Hilda looked a little bit messy.
Right. Wilda had grace. Like
Yes.
Did,
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Like she
Hilda's
did
whole thing though was that.
so funny.
Yeah, I mean, but it was like the trashy
Yeah.
Brandon
No.
type.
No.
We thinking the same person?
Probably
Short
not.
hair?
Short hair, like a brown.
I think you're thinking of Wilda.
Man, am I thinking?
I don't know this Hilda.
Hilda, she might. I was waiting tables when she was here, and I never saw her again when I was doing stand up. So I don't know if she quit or the hustle gets hard. That's what I'm saying. Like you see somebody in their 80s, you're like, how the fuck?
I know.
And you
Well,
haven't made it. Like ugh.
Wilda called to
We have
say
nothing to
she
live off.
she was going to Florida.
Die? Oh.
Yeah, literally. She's like, I'm heading out to Florida. She's like, I want to say
guys
goodbye
wanna
to you
come?
guys. Left a message.
That's on the Comedy Store
But yeah.
phone. Where'd she leave a message?
She called. I think she had Jeff's number.
That's great.
She's like, I just wanted to tell you and Brian, I'm going to Florida.
So you and
I
Jeff
was like,
slept with her?
No, I wish.
By the way, I was teasing Jeff the other day about I don't. You remember crispy chicken?
This
Yeah.
was before my time.
You missed crispy
I
chicken.
think I had just missed crispy chicken.
Wow. Well, crispy.
I also missed Gaylord Dingler. I never
Did
did
you?
that guy.
No, seriously?
Wow.
I might have been a month late.
Wow. Oh, Mickey had already murdered him.
To put in perspective, when I got here, it was a month after the Mencia Rogan thing.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
You can remember that
I
era.
thought that was still going
Interesting.
on around that time, but
So I saw that and I was like, oh yeah, I'm going. I gotta be part of that circus.
what? So what? What's the crispy?
Oh, so we were just talking about crispy chicken, and just what happened was this guy was a little nutty, right?
You
He
know that
also
crispy
had-
grew up. You know that he lived in the town that I came from in Indiana.
I don't know.
And he stayed at our motel.
I think you did tell me this, but I'll tell. Remember, he had the elephantitis of the nuts, the whole thing.
He had
And
a
then
hernia that shot through his nutsack.
His balls made Ari's look little.
Yeah.
What?
And,
Yeah.
and it was because there was a hernia
But
that
they
was
were
pushed
like
through him.
They were like blown up. Like what was that? Johnny Dangerously, that movie where they show him what happens if you have sex. You remember he's fucking with his brother? Oh, you guys didn't watch that movie?
I haven't.
All right, fine, whatever.
With
Johnny-
Michael Keaton?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been years.
Oh, it's so
I was a
silly.
little kid when
it
I
was
saw
such
it.
yeah, but it's like one of my favorite things because he showed him people walking around and they look like crispy chicken with the big nuts. He's like, if you do this, you're gonna get this. This is gonna happen to you. So anyway, so crispy chicken, he kind of always had a crush on me, and he would like leave me cards and stuff like that. See, he knows where I'm going because him and Jeff, I think, sent me a message on MySpace. See?
What are you talking about?
And they were like, hey, it's crispy chicken, but my real name is this. And my family came from a lot of money, and I'm finally home, and I'm better, and everything's better. My nut shrunk. Like maybe he didn't write that, but it was like a lot of stuff like that. And it was like, I really want to take you out on a proper date and maybe take care of you.
Now that my nuts have shrunk.
He did come into a lot of money when he
Yes,
got
see?
shot by the LAPD.
Jeff denies this.
I don't know what you're talking
obviously-
about. This is,
I hate him.
you should have passed up on this offer.
I never responded because I knew it was one of them.
But Crispy got
Had to
shot in like South Central during like a drug raid, and then
But
he
it wasn't a
sued.
real
He got a
bullet.
bunch of money.
What do you call
Yeah, it was
them?
like rubber bullets.
Yeah,
Oh, he got shot by the cops.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
And then he got money, and that's probably what he was talking about.
Took care of that hernia.
Can you imagine? Oh, he
So if I
smoked
would've
crack with PJ.
for real?
Yeah.
Crack?
Yeah, PJ used to mention, when I think of crispy chicken, I hear PJ's voice. Saying,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, me and crispy chicken.
Hey, asshole.
So, but Jeff told me something funny about crispy chicken that I don't remember. He said one time he called 911,
Oh,
and
Yeah, I heard this.
You remember?
Doc?
he called 911, and they came, and he was like, "No, I don't want to go to the hospital. Just take me home." But it was a free ride
he
home.
just wanted to ride. That's what our tax dollars go to. The world's most expensive Uber.
What was who said the N word to Doc?
Oh, Crispy.
Gaylord Ding. That was Gaylord, right?
Crispy, though, Doc did fight Crispy Chicken.
I think that's what. Yeah.
And one time I saw Dean Gelber get mad, and he was on the phone or pretending to be on the phone, and Dean ripped Crispy away, and the phone broke.
Oh shit.
But Doc,
Yeah, because he was gonna call the cops.
yeah, and Doc, well, yeah, somebody did.
He was going to call the cops on Doc because Doc
got mad at him for something. Yeah,
Doc's
Doc.
a fucking
Doc will
beast.
come out of
dude.
Doc hit him, I
nowhere.
believe.
Fuck you up.
Yeah.
That little
people
guy.
are like, "Oh, he's just
No.
little. We could fuck with him."
No, dude,
Hell no.
I've watched him manhandle men twice
Yeah.
his size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
There's
s-
one
I-
guy called him Urkel one night.
I remember that.
Fucked up. He
Oh,
found
it
out.
wasn't good. He called me Urkel, man.
Oh,
And the cops did come that night.
This guy was being a dick to Doc, and Doc was trying his best. you
Yep.
know? And then he said, "We got Urkel over here trying to kick me out," and it was like a.
And it was
Oh.
the second. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't even see the fist land. I heard it, and then the guy went down.
And when the cops did come, he goes, "You called me Urkel, man." And
And they're like,
cops
well,
are cool.
cops
Yeah,
are
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
it justified then.
the cops were like, "Hey, man, you can't do that." You know, they start
Yeah.
yelling at the guy.
Yeah,
Like,
The cops have always been really cool about this place. Like they've always
Yeah,
like,
they
kind of
get it.
protected it.
They
you know?
get it, 'cause
I remember another one of the first times I was here. There was like a smoke circle happening in the parking lot, and there was a cop,
what do you mean a
and he's
smoke
like, they're
circle?
smoking
Like weed. Okay.
and they're passing joints around, and this cop would just take the joint, pass it to the next guy. I was like, this place.
Oh, in the circle, he's like, "Here, you might be looking for this." What the
No, I'm good. Here, I'll keep it moving though. Yeah.
So the Mac made you sit on his lap, and he taught you how to park cars.
It's the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Amazing.
It's so funny. I mean, and here's the thing. It's like, I can't even imagine how that would work. Like,
seat
there's
all the way
4
back?
feet. Yeah,
Yeah.
but there's 4 feet down there.
Right.
How are you fucking maneuvering?
By the way, I didn't do anything. He did the driving, but he put his hands over my hands. Like my dad. My dad's teaching me to drive.
Teaching somebody to
Wait,
dance.
Mac,
Stand on my feet.
I know how to drive, dude. He's like, no, you don't know how to park.
That's the fucking best.
You've been through some shit here. You really
I kind of miss those days, though.
do. You really? Do you really?
I never had a big brother, and I always wanted one. And I came here, and there were a bunch of them.
Right. Big brothers that were kind of like bullies, rapists, and
Oh, dude, I could cancel all these motherfuckers. if I
right.
wanted
I mean, not Mac. He wasn't a rapist.
no,
he was
Mac
just
was cool.
a little weird.
to. Matt could be a bully. And one night,
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
he was bullying. I don't even remember what it was about. Oh no, I had a bad set, and I came off, and he's like, "What was that?" And he was just like out there in front of everybody.
Jesus Christ.
But you know what? Al Magical was standing there and like defended me like pretty hard.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's like, "Yo, you suck too."
Oh, I like
It
that.
was like, "Why are you bullying him when you suck?"
And then Mac was probably like, "Yeah, I do."
Yeah.
And then he just like started ripping into Al.
Yeah, he's like, "Cause it's funny. I'm trying to make him harder." And then he's like, "No, we don't like that here." I don't know.
Al doesn't like that.
Al doesn't
Yeah. But we all went through it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was like
God.
a fucking.
And you know what? They don't have that now. And I
should've-
never thought I'd be the one saying this, but you could use a little bit of bullying around here.
I do like the supportive environment that there exists now.
It's supportive is fine, but like to fuck with people. Like I remember Duncan Trussell said that he went on stage, he got off, and when he was walking down, I looked at him and said, "What the fuck was that?" And I was a waitress. So, but he remembered it, and then we became like instant friend. I mean, we were already friendly, and then it became even like that's how we fucked with each
I
other.
think that with the bullying though,
so
it
effective.
really does make it like if you're bullied here and then you have to go on stage, it's like a good lesson to me. What I took from it is like it doesn't matter what you're going through.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like you have to be a pro. You're a showman. So it almost like that's what I had to overcome.
Everything leaves. Yeah.
Right.
You go on stage. It doesn't matter what's going through. You can't pay your rent. You can't this. You can't that. You just
or there's
dump it on the
bullies
audience.
in here watching you, wanting you to fail so they can make fun of you.
The comics are standing by the side of the stage looking at you.
Right. Or you know that there's snipers on the grassy knoll in the back. You're in their crosshair.
Right.
They're waiting for you to fuck up. You know?
It was the most unhealthy environment to develop comedy.
Very toxic. But there weren't customers. So
it was literally you. Yeah, we had no choice. No, there were no customers.
Yeah, it was like one maybe.
There was.
Oh, dude, it was so bad.
Those were the dead years.
Yeah. The main room was dark.
Oh yeah, I think they would
That's when we
maybe
would play
do one
cards in
show.
there.
Yeah, maybe one show a week.
Yep.
Maybe.
Dude, it was so much fun. At one point, we're like, why don't we just like we had those menu wars when they first came out
the
menu.
best.
That was my
Then we got in
favorite time.
trouble with
My
those.
favorite year of the Comedy Store, 2013, for me personally. It was right before it got like big and going.
Yeah.
Like,
Right before it
Tommy
got
was still here.
corporate.
Yeah, before it got corporate, before we sold out.
We were allowed to throw menus at
You could
people.
still throw things, get blowjobs everywhere. Like there's no cameras.
The fun days.
The fun days. Yeah, it was the last of it, the last little lick of it.
Everybody was willing to do that. Like no problem.
nobody got
like,
forced
let's
into
go
it.
Oh
get
my
a
God!
quarter.
People would be like,
It was
"What?"
great.
People would grab you and be like, "And we're like, what the fuck is going on here?"
I miss those days.
The good old days.
Yeah, now you gotta
PC.
I kind of
Clean
like
it up.
having an audience to do your job for.
No. Hey,
I like.
as a
Fucking
comedian,
positive
as a
Pete
comedian,
over here.
now is definitely the best.
Yes.
As a stand-up comedian that works
and you
here.
you can work on actual stuff.
Yeah,
But
Go on stage
as a
and
guy
work
in his
actual
20s,
jokes.
that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
the best
It was
time.
fun.
Yes.
It's like being in a frat house.
right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Like a frat house.
This
It's
has
a
been my
never-ending
favorite
frat house.
run as a paid
It feels
regular.
like, I will say this, it feels like it's making a U-turn and going back to those.
What makes
Kind
you say
of.
that?
What?
A little bit.
Really?
A little. Not the dead
Just because the
years.
piano guy told you a story about taking a dump in a urinal? I feel like we are. I feel like
That's what we need around here.
I'm saying
we're
there's
not
a lot
heading
more
anywhere.
Fucking around. A lot, like the fucking around has come back a little bit.
a little bit, but
A
not
little
nearly
bit.
to what
And I
the
don't know
fucking
if it's
around used to
because-
be.
No, but it's. I think it's because of the scare of the pandemic. Whatever, people are just like,
Okay.
fuck it, fuck it. Let's whatever.
Also, I'm not around. I only show
There's a
up for my
little
spot
bit
and
more.
leave.
It's more fun. Like I'm noticing it with the staff and stuff like that. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. I kind of
they're having
like
more
this.
fun. That's for
Right.
sure.
I
Yeah.
kind of like this.
Well, that guy Eric Anderson. Nice,
Yeah.
nice
Great
guy.
guy.
But I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
he kind of like dropped the hammer a lot. I think
sure,
it's like a harder.
Sure.
Is that the guy who rode the scooter?
Yes, he
Yeah.
did have.
Oh,
a
Eric.
scooter.
Yeah, you're talking about Eric.
Eric.
Right, Eric.
Yeah, yeah.
What did he call?
He rode it. No. I was just making sure it was the same.
Yeah.
He wore an orange
he was
vest.
He was a.
He was a strong.
He was
like-
strict.
Yeah, he was very strict.
So I think like a lot of it. Not that it was his fault that the fun went away. The fun never went away.
He was the fun vacuum.
Yeah, I mean, he was the first GM that was like actually a GM.
Yeah.
Right, like a corporate, like,
Yeah.
hey, he came from a corporate kind
Yeah,
of
totally.
job, so
But he got rid
kind
of the riffraff, which needed to
certainly
be
did.
done.
He did. Well, him and the mediators.
Yeah, well, him and Adam
That's why I
really
said-
are the people who turned it
Yeah.
on its heel. Like
That's why I say like 2013 was my favorite because
that's right before it.
that's when he eventually gets hired. The mediators come in. Adam's now talent coordinator. Like that whole Tommy's gone. The change of
Yeah.
the guard is so. And like after that, it's sort of like, hey man, we got to act like a professional player.
Pick your shit up. Like, let's do
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. So but,
Get off my lap. I gotta
yeah, dude,
park this car.
I'm having so much more fun as a comedian.
As a comedian, yeah.
dude.
Certainly.
No doubt, this is like my favorite time as a paid
Yeah.
regular.
I love that.
Also, I like Emily's. Emily mixes it up. The line
Certainly.
mixed up.
Certainly.
I love Adam Death. He's my brother. But
Mm-hmm.
it was like kind of, at least for me, I felt like I was always getting the same spot.
Yeah.
You know.
No, Emily
because we
mixes
had
it up
no
a lot.
choice.
I like it.
Yeah, she does mix it up.
Yeah.
We
Adam
had
didn't
no
have a choice, by the way,
Yeah.
because he also had to deal. He had all
all
those
huge
powerhouse
names.
Yeah. I mean,
Powerhouse Eagles.
and it was like it was a time to hustle. It was a time to put
Going
all
upstairs.
those guys up in. Oh, what time is it?
Ryan's nervous. He's got to go upstairs,
go.
so we'll close
Wait,
it.
I'm on before you.
Oh, you are?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I'm on at 11:15.
No, I'm on at 11. I'm bringing you up.
Oh, back to
go.
back. Got you.
Yeah.
All right, man.
I like this.
Listen to
Well,
Beach Cops.
all right.
Wait, if you're gonna go up there, then I should probably go up there too.
Let's close it out. Yeah, I'll close it out.
because I'm up.
Okay, so that was Ryan running away. He's freaking out. They're probably behind, just FYI, and it is almost 11.
Yeah.
So, well, thank you for joining us. Don't forget to listen to Beach Cops. It's a very, very, very funny podcast that O'Neill and Danish do, and DeWitt. And do you have a podcast?
No.
Why?
I don't like this. I
Accountability.
like being on podcasts.
All right, all
but
right.
The Edge.
You don't
doesn't
like
bother-
doing it. The
No,
Edge doesn't.
Well, I just like. I don't like the. I don't like the. It just seems like stressful.
That's so funny.
Right?
Was this stressful for you?
No, I'm saying this is the best part. Being on people's podcasts. Is
You mean
fun.
putting it together? Yeah,
Putting
yeah,
it together,
yeah,
keeping
yeah.
it up every week.
True, and it is a pain in the ass. And now that Rick's gone a lot more, which I'm thrilled about. If you go, Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, go see Rick. He's on the No Phones tour with them, and that's a big deal.
Oh yeah. Go for Rick.
Go for Rick. 100% go for Rick.
Dude, I'm hearing things.
Me
out there.
too. So
Yeah,
many,
yeah.
and I love it. I love it. I
Rick's
love it.
put
I love
on
it.
shows.
And they are all loving him.
I know.
Which
And when you see the
I love.
pictures, like all those stage pictures,
yeah.
and Rick's just standing there.
My
like,
heart just-
dude, to me, it's comedy justice. It's like here's a
Absolutely.
guy that was so good for so long. I mean,
During the dead years, during the whole
dude,
thing developed.
I always say he is pound for pound the funniest comedian that there is. I mean,
Agreed.
best paid regular, but like I don't think anybody would is better than him.
I agree.
I can't think of
Homegrown
any-
too.
Homegrown and
Like,
just,
I mean, he started in Kansas, but he really only came out
Nah,
here
this
and
is-
only
he's a
did
s-
the store.
yeah, man.
He's a store guy.
Very much so, and it's like watching him do that now. It's like I'm living it.
It's
through.
glorious.
It's like
Yeah.
your brothers up there. fucking
Exactly.
killing
You're
it.
like, oh, that's my Ricky.
Yeah. But,
All right. So, yeah, like, subscribe. You can leave bad comments, good comments. We don't give a shit. We just love it. Me and Rick, like the worst and the good, you know. If you want to roast us, go for it. Somebody called me Steve Buscemi today, and that's fine. I don't give a shit because I
Dude,
can do a good Steve Buscemi impression.
Somebody called me Kirkland brand Crystalia.
The Kirkland brand Crystalia. That's great. Yeah. You fuck.
Shout out to that fucking troll out there.
I love it,
Got me.
man. I love trolls. You got to have a place to vent, and it's all good. Do it to us.
Yeah, if we
don't
can make
care.
fun, anybody should be allowed to make.
Absolutely, I agree. I'm like Mac. I don't get offended. I don't give a shit. I
can't
like
get
it.
offended at this part. My like all the shit I've said.
and I'm dead inside, so who cares? Almost on the outside too.
Those bullying
Holla.
years, like they prepared me for the.
100%. So, all right. I forget where I am. I don't know when this is coming out. Oh, I'm at the Ryman Auditorium this weekend.
What?
Sunday. Yeah, me and Andrew.
Oh,
So much fun.
That's so
Yeah.
cool.
This Sunday.
Have you played there before?
Yes, I did a couple last year. Kid Rock opened the Nashville Comedy Festival, and he had me come and be on that show. And it was like Shane Gillis, Donnell Rawlings, Chris Porter. I can't think of who else. There was Theo Vaughn. Like, we had so much fun. It was the fucking best lineup.
Wow.
It was so cool. Big J Okerson. It was so cool to be a part of it. And then April 4th, the Patrice O'Neill in New York. I forgot where it is. Shit. The Patrice O'Neill benefit. Look it up. Just look up the Patrice O'Neill. It's the 10-year anniversary.
No, 2012 or no? Is it 13?
Yeah. Bill Burr puts it together every year. We have Big J's on it. Shane Gillis. I think Big J. Maybe Big J's not on it. I just said
New
that.
York City Center.
New York City Center. Shane Gillis. Who else is on it? Does it say?
Mo Amer, Bill Burr,
Mo
Shane,
Amer,
yeah, whatever.
Bill Burr.
Bill Burr, Shane Gillis, Robert Kelly, Eleanor
Bobby
Kerrigan,
Kelly, Rich Voss,
Yeah.
Norton's there,
Jim
Robinson,
Norton.
Cypher Sounds, Ricky Velez,
Cypher.
and Mr. Legend himself, Richard Voss.
Yes, Richard Voss. I'm excited about this. So April 4th.
Great.
April 4th, and it's a benefit for Patrice, for Patrice's family. So if you can get tickets here in New York, go for it. Thank you.